have a good time today. My homiletic professor will probably commit me today, asking what I am getting ready to do with the message this morning. But I thought we'd have a great time today on Labor Day. I started Wednesday morning with our school, as I have done in the past, holding assembly every Wednesday morning. This year we're doing something different. Holding 2 assemblies on Wednesday now. We're including even our kindergartners this year, and in our assembly, and our first grade, which we've not done in the past. So that's pretty exciting. It is a little tiring on me because it's one back-to-back. First thing Wednesday morning, then I have to go again Wednesday night. But that's okay. It's a good thing to see all those. Let me tell you something. When our 140-something people from school show up in this auditorium, if they just about fill the center section here, man, it's like having worship. I'm telling you, but we split them up. So it's kindergarten, 4th. I started last Wednesday morning with them with a passage of Scripture, Romans 12, 1 and 2. And I'm going to continue that with them next Wednesday morning because I've come nowhere near telling them everything that I want them to know about what it means to be a Christian and what it means to be a child of God. And I think today, and as I was preparing, now I probably preached this passage of Scripture 1 and 2 probably at least twice, I know, at North Walterboro, or used this passage of Scripture on several occasions. I know at least one baptism, but I think it's a good starting place. And all of us probably can quote Romans 1 and 2 by heart. But have you ever read 13 through 21? I took the opportunity the other day, just as in my devotion time, to begin reading in Romans 12. And I got caught up in the first 2 verses there, and then just found myself over in the 14th verse chapter before I quit. But man, I'll tell you, that 12th chapter is full of truths concerning our responsibilities toward God as Christians. I don't think not a single one of us, including myself, have labored enough in the area of just being Christian. The introduction this morning is going to be hilarious. I brought my papers, which I rarely ever do. This is probably the first time I've ever brought any notebook papers into the pulpit with me. I actually have a sermon in my back pocket. It's on the index cards. It's what I generally use, if I use them at all. Just in the past weeks, have y'all taken a look at the newspaper? Have y'all listened to the news as to what is taking place in our world? Man, some have said we've come a long way, baby. That's the women's lib thing. I'm going to tell you, we've gone a long way down. And we are going very, very rapid in our ascent. Is that right? Descent. I'm sorry. Let me get the right letter in front of that. Our descent. I found it very humorous and tragic as I began to write an introduction for this. I've been working on this list for over 3 years. And I decided to bring it out of my drawer. Just in the past few weeks, we've had the state treasurer of South Carolina plead guilty. Thomas Ravenel. Senator from Idaho, Larry Craig, pleaded guilty to I'm not sure exactly what. He said, I am not gay. Since he's not sure, I'm not sure. But he pleaded guilty to something. it seems as though he's playing patty cake with some undercover agent in the men's bathroom. Now, I've never made that mistake before. And I've been in about as many men's bathrooms as airports. Neil's probably traveled as many as anybody. You've never made that mistake before, have you, Neil? And there are so many people, there's so many politicians at the White House that are resigning. I'm not sure who's at the White House running the place. We've had 2 to resign this week in Snow and Rodriguez. Senator David Vitters, his name was found in a book that was associated with an escort out of Washington, D.C. Representative Mark Foley of Florida, he seems to have had a strange association with some young man who was known to be a page in the White House. He's probably not gay either. And not to leave out the preachers there. Not to leave out the preachers. And then you know about Ted Haggard, leader of the Evangelical, now it's the National Evangelical Association. That's national now. Buying drugs, associating with homosexuals. You know what I find strange about Senator Larry Craig? It didn't take the politicians long to separate themselves from this man. Just a few days. Just a few days after this service. They cut off his campaign funds, but yet these same politicians will vote just the opposite when it comes to the homosexual agenda. I don't understand. And then local. Just a few weeks ago, I guess it was, or last week, or week before last, when we had the Owens brothers show up over it. And I think we've had some of, and by the way, I'm spreading this around. This is not a racial thing. This is not black or white. These politicians, all of them were white. But these Owens brothers shows up over at the school with their haircut cut to the point that it appears to everyone that they are associated with some gang. Now, I'm disturbed by that. The simple fact that their father believes that this is a freedom of their expression. Let me tell you something about freedom. When it gets to that kind of expression, that's not freedom. That's a lack of responsibility to freedom. You see, even with freedom, we have a responsibility for it. And that's a lack of responsibility to freedom. To show up at a school, as many tragedies that we've had across our nation today, the Columbine shooting, Virginia Tech, 33 people killed at Virginia Tech alone. To show up and all appearance look like you're associated with a gang. What do you think they're going to do? At least the school officials are now taking some action. Yeah. I don't believe in having a uniform code, but I certainly believe we